Namaskaram, dear friends, dear masters, and dear co creators. I'm going to share with you another sloka from the Bhagavad Gita. This is from chapter 18, verse 78. This is the concluding verse, and this verse is given to us by Sanjaya. I mentioned in my early talks that who is Sanjaya? Sanjaya is the minister in Dhritarashtra's palace, and when the battle is going on, Vedavyasa will approach Dhritarashtra that he will give him the power of third eye to see what's going on in the battlefield. Dhritarashtra refuses, and he asks Sanjaya to report to him. So the power of third eye was given to Sanjaya, the minister in Dhritarashtra's palace. So whatever is going on in the battlefield, the third eye power is given by Vedavyasa. So Sanjaya will be sitting beside Dhritarashtra, and he will give a daily live commentary of what's going on in the battlefield. Daily, throughout the battle, what's going on, he will sit beside him and will tell him the story. So the people who are watching the battle, of, especially this Bhagavad Gita Sandesh from Lord Krishna to Arjuna, and Arjuna had direct contact with Lord Krishna, and he was listening to him direct. And another person actually through the third eye he was listening was Sanjaya Garu. And then indirectly Dhritarashtra was listening to it. And then we also had Vedavyasa. He can give third eye to other people, so he's a third eye, great third eye master, so he can see anything. And the fifth person is Lord Hanuman, sitting on the flag that was hoisted on Arjuna's chariot. So 5 people watching all these incidents, the whole events. And here Sanjaya will give the final verdict of the Bhagavad Gita, whatever teachings were given, and he will give the final verdict. And that's how this particular sloka came, chapter 18, verse 78. So it goes like this. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurtara, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruvani Tirmatir Mama. So here, Yatra means where. Then Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara, he refers to Lord Krishna. He's a great meditator, and he is named as Yogeshwara. And then comes Partho. He refers to Arjuna. Partho. Tatra, there. So this whole sloka says, wherever there is Lord Krishna and Arjuna, there is, and there's always be Shrir. Shrir means Aishwaryam, wealth, success. All this will be there. That is called Shrir, And then comes Vijayo. Vijayo means victory. Wherever these two people are there will be victory. And then we have Bhutir. The welfare of the family is taken care of. When Lord Krishna and Arjuna is there in any place, in any house, there will be always welfare taken care. We have heard of this famous verse from Bhagavad Gita, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam, Ye Jana Paryupasati, Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam, Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. So Lord Arjuna gives a grand assurance to us, that when we surrender to Lord Krishna, he will take care of everything. Our welfare, our Aishwarya, what we have, what we don't have. If there's a requirement, he will give everything. And that's the great assurance Lord Krishna gave us through the Bhagavad Gita. And now, Nitir. We mentioned the word Nitir, So again, there will be righteousness, morality. Everything will be there. And then, he said, Matir Mama. So all this is his opinion, he says, my opinion, that if these two people, that is Lord Krishna and Arjuna are there will be Shrir, righteousness, victory, welfare taken care of. So all these are given to us. These are actually directed to us human beings, So what does Lord Krishna represent? Here Lord Krishna represents the highest values. Highest values. He has been teaching the whole of Gita from chapter 1 to the final verses. So you can see, and what Lord Krishna represents the high values in life where we have to adhere, we have to follow. And then he mentioned Arjuna also. Arjuna is man of action. After listening to all the teachings of Lord Krishna in chapter 12, Bhagavan will talk about 26 qualities. And the famous one is Advesta Sarvabhutana Maitra Karuna Evacha Nirmamo Nirahamkaraha Samadukka Sukakshami. And again in chapter 13 he gives 20 qualities. Amannitvam, Abhannitvam. So all these, then again in chapter 16, he compares the demonic qualities and the divine qualities, the godly qualities and the asuric qualities. Dambo darpo timanasya krodaha parusyamevacha ajnanam cha vitasasya partha sampadam asurim. He says, Partha, you are very godly quality, so you are qualified to listen to all these things. He mentions that. So listen to all these things. Arjuna's delusion, we were mentioned earlier, is coward and don't want to fight. So all his delusion is gone. He's now ready to fight. So like that, we have the high values of Lord Krishna given in the Bhagavad Gita. So he is directing again to us, to human beings. If we can observe this or follow these high values in our lives, righteousness, morality and everything, and a man like Arjuna, after listening to all these things, he goes into action. My delusion is gone. He said, my delusion is gone. I take your bidding, Lord. He said, I will take up your bidding. Whatever you say, I listen now, he says. So, in life also, like if we can practice righteousness and act on the righteousness, then all the things which they have mentioned, Shrir, righteousness, welfare taken care of, and there will be always good decision making, nitir, good decision making will come. So like that, our governments, our NGOs, or in our offices, in our individual life also, like we have seen, like NGOs, they send their big company, they send their salesmen for good training. There they give a beautiful certificate. They are so charged there with all the values they learn in the workshops or seminars. They came back fully charged. They'll hang their photos, their certificates somewhere. But the first week, second week, again they are drained of their energy. The motivation is no more there, So they are not putting into action. The same goes to the government level also. They go to so many places for talks, this and that. Government people, big people go to implement certain things. So when they come back to the offices, they'll forget what they have learned. Or they become, again, deluded. The charge is no more there. The is no more there. So they'll just become very lackluster. That's the reason we are not successful. We have the thing, we don't act on what we learn. We know what's righteous, like what Lord Krishna said, and we have a man like Arjuna to put into action. So here, whatever we learn, the righteousness we learn in our life, we have to put into action. Then you can see all the qualities. The Shrir, the Niti, decision making, victory. Then you can see victory. See, the company sends the salesman for training. He comes back fully charged. But then when he wants to go to the field, he goes. But then the same is not there. He doesn't produce the same sales which the company requires. Because he doesn't go into action fully. So this is a very great lesson from the Bhagavad Gita, my dear friends, my dear masters. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruvanitir Matir Mama. And this wording is given by Sanjaya, the minister. So with this, dear friends, మిత్రులారా, I will conclude this particular verse. Jai Sai Ram, Jai Patriji.